What is going on, everybody? How are we all doing? And welcome back today to the latest episode number 3 of the Rotation Road to Glory on FIFA 18. Today is going to be another post-com for the series. I wanted to do more live comms on this series, if I'm being honest, but I've been on the Road to Glory account so much, it's just impossible to live com everything. I've been playing online seasons, I've been doing the squad battles, I've been doing investing and trading, and it's impossible to live com absolutely everything. So I'm going to be definitely live comming some stuff for the next episode, especially as it's going to be our squad battles rewards. But today again, we've got a full post-com, so I hope you do enjoy that. If you do, leave a big thumbs up on the video, always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe if this is your first time. If this is your first time to the channel, first video you've watched of mine. But today's video, it's going to be a bit of a long one again, and it's going to be mainly doing SBCs and doing a bit of trading as well, which is something that like I just said, I've been absolutely smashing it out the park, grinding through the SBCs and all that kind of stuff, and we'll speak about what I've done we'll speak about what I've invested in, why we did the SBCs that we did, on all that kind of stuff. And I've also put in a couple of games that we played in online seasons to break it up a bit as well, because it is literally going to be pretty much wall-to-wall SBCs. And by the way, there are some incredible pack pulls as well in today's video, so really happy with the way this account's going right now. But at the start of the video, we're doing the marquee matchups, I believe, that came out this week, and thanks to the bronze pack method, something that I've always said, it's a great way to go about things if you want to make some coins, because you always get these players that you don't think are going to be worth anything, that they always come in handy at some point or another. So a lot of these SBCs that we're doing now, the marquee matchup sections, we do manage to use some of our bronze pack pull players and just players that we've got in packs in general from different SBCs we've done. So the marquee matchups actually weren't too grueling, and the main source of coins actually comes from the fact that we do the marquee matchups. We've got a few coins left over. I don't think you're going to see it in the video exactly, but we invest in a load of players in anticipation for the Sadio Mane Player of the Month. And when I say like an absolute plethora of different players, we tried to cover as many bases as we can, knowing that I probably wasn't going to be unlocking him myself, but there were certain things, particularly previous clubs that he played for, that I thought the prices were so low and they were only ever going to go up because the likelihood was that you were going to need him. And by the way, that SBC is very expensive. I think you need Sadio Mane to complete just one of the sections himself. You need actual, just regular Sadio Mane. And he right now is going for about 175k, which is absolutely outrageous. But we invested in some Liverpool players, we invested in some Senegalese players, we invested in some Mets players, one of the former teams that he played for, and yeah, we managed to go out really nicely. Like I said, we managed to pick up some real bargains, and when we came on to sell them, particularly the Mets players, we were almost doubling our coins every single time at least, so that was really cool. We finished off the marquee matchups. We then went and did the Hybrid Nations and the Hybrid League and the Hybrid League and Nations sections, so we were completing all of those. I think at the start we had about 60 to 65k, and I thought, because it's the beginning of FIFA, this was all done yesterday pretty much, as you'll see, that the vast majority of it, so that was actually release day of FIFA. You're going to get the most value for coins out to players early on in the year. Obviously, there's people like, a spoiler here, we pack actually, I'm not sure if it's in here because there's so many packs I couldn't filter all of them through. Two of the players we get, Leon Goretzka and Renato Sanchez. Now, when we pack them, these are big pulls because Renato Sanchez goes for around 9 to 10k, and Leon Goretzka we've actually kept, but his value is still around 15 to 16k now. If you do these Hybrid League of Nations challenges later on in the year, there is just not that much value in the low-rated golds, which is why, like I said, I decided to do them early on, and thankfully it did pay off because of players like Goretzka. And you're going to see here our first board pull of the episode is actually going to be another Senegalese player, not Sadio Mane unfortunately, but Kalidou Koulibaly, our first board player I think of the series. In fact, I could be wrong on that one, but I'm very pleased with him, particularly as we are using a Serie A squad anyway, so he went straight into our team. But when we do come to sell him, when we do change teams, we're probably going to get somewhere between 70 to 10,000 coins for him, which is not too bad whatsoever. He's got incredible stats, high to high work rates I think he's got, but he's just so much of a unit you don't really notice it from my perspective really. I think I've played about 15 to 20 games with him now and he's been absolutely outstanding. Like I said, the thing that we've really been smashing at the park has been squad battles. I mentioned it earlier on, but you're not going to see any of that in today's episode because I showed you a bit in the last video, and I just think it's going to become a bit repetitive if you've just seen squad battles over and over again. So I'm going to show you at towards the tail end of the video, we're going to cut to a live com of what the current squads are and our squad battles rank, all that kind of stuff, so you can see exactly where we are. But to give you a bit bit of an insight as to what's been going on as far as squad battles goes. Basically, when we very first picked up the game, as we get another board player actually, let's see who this one is. This one is going to be Brazilian central defensive midfielder Fabinho from Monaco, another pretty nice pull. Not quite as nice as the last one, but still decent. But yeah, we started off playing on world class. We might have even played the first couple of games on professional, but we got quite comfortable on world class. We were winning 5-0 every single time pretty much. So I decided to turn it up to legendary, which is a big step up, and we've been doing pretty well on that as well, it's fair to say. What you won't see, like I said, because you're not going to see any squad battles footage here, is that I did actually try a couple of games on Ultimate because we were quite comfortable on Legendary, and that did not go well. I think I only played 2 games. We lost 1-0 very narrowly, or 2-1, something like that. And then we lost another one, like we got destroyed. I think it was 5-1 maybe. The step up from Legendary to Ultimate is absolutely ridiculous. Like, from World Class to Legendary, it's quite manageable. It's the same kind of stuff works. It's the same kind of defensive stuff that you have to do well. But when you take that step up to Ultimate, the AI are absolutely relentless. And I would like to get better and be able to do Ultimate, because the fact of the matter is, if you can get good at Ultimate, you are very likely, if you can win comfortably every single game on Ultimate, you're very likely to get a top 100 finish, basically. Whereas right now, we're sort of comfortably Elite 1, but we're nowhere near the top 100. And it's something that I think is a nice challenge to set ourselves for the year. If we could get top 100 just one time, just see ourselves in that top 100 leaderboard, would be absolutely amazing. But on Legendary right now, we seem to be pretty comfortable. I'm recording this on Saturday, which is the day it's going to go out, and we get another board player in the background here. This one is going to be Spaniard, goalkeeper. It's Diego Lopez, and we've actually packed this guy about 3 times now. It's always a troll. I always just think it's going to be De Gea, but unfortunately not. But I'm recording this on Saturday afternoon. I played 8 of the 12 available games that you can do on the Saturday, because of course there's 4 games every single weekday. Then on Saturday and Sunday there's 12 games that come out periodically, so you get your first 4. Then you've got to wait another certain amount of time for the next 4, and I think I've got to wait another 3 hours for the next 4 after that. But I don't even know if I'm going to play any on Sunday, because I think I'm comfortably in Elite 1. I'm going to probably do it just to be safe, but I think right now we're sitting on something like 56,000 points. You'll see at the end of the video anyway, like I said, I'm going to show you. But I'm now going to show you in the background a couple of online games that we played. We did these in Division 10, and we actually earned ourselves promotion through these couple of games. The first goal, actually, a very nice free kick from Ivan Perisic. Great player. I mean, I've actually got 2 teams on the go that we're rotating between, of course, as we will on this series. Drax is on the left in one team, and Perisic is on the left in the other team, and they're actually remarkably similar players. Both quite tall for wingers, both got 5-star weak foot, both got the 4-star skill moves, and both of them have been really solid performers for me. I love just cutting inside with them. They're great for targeting from goal, kick, stuff like that, because they've got the height, and they are just genuinely 2 very good players. I picked them both up really as investments, knowing that I'd probably use them quite a lot as well. And like I say, I've been very impressed with both of them. And the other player that we picked up that you'll see as well, the biggest investment by far that we've done in the series so far. I spoke about it in the last episode. We actually went ahead and picked up Alejandro Gomez, who cost us about 24,000 coins. He's currently going for just below that, but honestly, he has been absolutely sensational. If you guys are looking for a new striker to try out and you've got a few coins spare, if you're looking at Syria or Argentinian, he actually ships as a centre forward, but Alejandro Gomez is absolutely outstanding. You can see the second game that we're coming up against here, it's another Syria team. He's got the likes of Icardi in there, I think that was. He's got Niang on the left-hand side, but we actually forced this guy into a rage quit, as you'll see in just a second. We go 1-0 up from a delightful little dink there. Another player that I've been very impressed with, actually. I don't know if that was him that just scored that goal. Is Felipe Anderson. He's been our right-sided player in our Syria team. Very OP a couple of years ago, and he seems to have returned to that form again. I didn't really see a lot of him last year. He did still seem to have a good card, but just wasn't a player that you saw an absolute ton of. But again, this year, been absolutely sensational. We do actually concede in this game. It's a nice goal that we conceded as well, I believe. But that is an even nicer goal. That one, lovely finesse from outside the area to make this game pretty much comfortable, I think it's fair to say. I thought we won this game 3-0. Sorry, we didn't concede. Maybe this wasn't the game that we conceded a nice goal in. Maybe that was the game before, forgive me. But that gives us the promotion. We get 2,000 coins for winning the title as well, which isn't too shabby. And now we're going to return back to the SBC grind. Like as I say, I've been doing as many as I can. I've pretty much done now all of the advanced ones. I've done all the beginner ones that you can't repeat as well, I believe. So we've been smashing it out the park as far as SBCs go. It's a big grind, but I think because, like I said at the start, the amount of bronze packs we've been opening, the amount of pack from the packs that we got last week from the squad battles, a lot of these haven't really cost too much. And because we've actually got decent luck as well, the likes of Renato Sanchez and Goretzka that we picked up, Koulibaly before as well, we've actually seen some good value returned from the SBCs, which is really nice. I'm trying to see what section we're in now. We've actually got a Jumbo Premium Gold pack that we're opening up. I'm not quite sure what section this is that the SBC, the pack was earned from, but I believe this is going to be a board pull, and this is actually the biggest tease of all the board pulls, because you see Argentinian, you see right winger, and your mind goes straight to Lionel Messi now. Bearing in mind, I should have known better, because Messi's actually in form at this point. He's got a striker in form goal, but still straight away my head went to Messi. Di Maria, though, still a very, very solid pull. We actually sell him on for just shy of 30,000 coins. Not sure if he's gone up or down since then, but still very, very decent. You can see in the background again now converting some more players into positions for the SBC. This one is squad goals one, I think. This is the last one in the Hybrid League section. It is indeed, so we get a bumper pack for completing that section as well. And I actually think we get some decent rewards from this one. So we get the pack for finishing the last section individually, and then the pack for finishing the entire section of squad, of Hybrid Squad, sorry. So the first pack that we open up here, I think, is a board player. In fact, no, that's a lie. It's not a board player. We must get a board player in the second one, then. I'm sure we get a board at some point. And this one's going to be Jay Moutinho, a Monaco player. Another player that's not got a ton of value right now, but still could be useful in future SBCs. I don't think I've used him up to this point. And 8-2, it's not the worst case scenario. Is this someone where we get Goretzka? I'm trying to keep an eye out for Goretzka in these packs. I'm not sure when it is, because it's such a good pull. I don't know if I've included it or not, but yeah, it's such a good pull. Loads of you that watched my Road to Glory last year, the original Road to Glory, will know as well that he's a player that I absolutely loved, and he's had such an increase this year. He's got up to an 82, 84 pace, 6'2". He's got such well-rounded stats. He's an absolute monster. I've been trying him out in the Bundesliga team, and he's been performing really, really well. But you can see we do get a ball player this time. It's actually another very nice ball. This is Bonaventura, who not only slots straight into our Serie A team in replacement of, I think we had Lone 9 Golan. We then replaced him with just a non-rare player that we bought in. And then he got replaced by Bonaventura, who, when we come to sell right now at least, is still going for a good 6,000 or 7,000 coins. So he was still a very nice pull as well. And now we're moving on to the next SBC. In fact, no, sorry. These are some of the players that I invested in for the Sadio Mane Player of the Month. I wasn't sure if I'd included this in the video. I couldn't remember, because there's just so much squashed into this video. There's so much done this week. You can see there's a mixture of Liverpool players, there's a mixture of Mets players, that kind of stuff. I've tried to show you roughly what the value was of them when I picked them up, as well as what we're getting for them. But you can see the general pattern is we're at least doubling the amount of coins. I think the key was that I was around as soon as the SBC came out from Mane, so I was managed to get straight on there. And it's always the case that the market's very reactionary. You've got to get in there as quick as you can to sell them. But you can see there we are making some good profit on just decent rated Premier League players, FC Mets players, Liverpool players, and just a lot of players that people did invest in, Senegalese players as well. So we did very well there to get them sold as quickly as we did and make some nice profits. And with that profit, we basically went on to finish off the entirety of the advanced SBC. So you've now got just the hybrid between League and Nation, just that section left to do, where you have to do a mixture, which is the most difficult one on paper, but wasn't too bad. You can see we finished the 6th one here. Some bronze player we managed to throw in there, save ourselves getting another player into the squad. And it wasn't an overly expensive one, really. It was only the final 2, I think, if I remember correctly, that cost us a ton of coins. But for this one, we get ourselves a couple of packs. In fact, no, sorry, this is just a single pack. I'm showing here as well a couple of the Senegalese players that have sold. Those really were a couple of stragglers that I didn't sell the first time around, and I think we just about made our coins back on those ones. But the pack we get is a premium gold pack. 3 rares in this one. Not the best pack in the world. I don't believe that we get a board player out of this one, unfortunately. Could get, in fact, it's not going to be a rare player. It's a very, very poor pack. It's actually Alexander Song. Alex Song, former Arsenal player. Who knew he was even still in the game? Not me. A player that you do not see a lot of. When he was in the Premier League, he was a very OP player back in the day, but just not someone that you see anymore. But you can see here, we've still got a couple of sections left. These are the 2 that cost me the most, really. We did this one using a mixture of players from the Premier League, from Bundesliga, I think, in the Turkish League as well, especially, was something that I was returning to a lot to use use these, because the idea with these ones is you need to get as many strong or perfect links as possible. And in the Turkish League, there's just a lot of Turkish players in there, so I was using that a lot. I can't remember what player we get here. I don't think it's a board player again, unfortunately. This time it's going to be a German centre-back. I think this one is Vogt. Yeah, it is. He's a decent-looking card. I actually ended up trying him instead of Mark Bartra. He's only got 1 less pace. He's got better work rates, and he's a lot taller as well, with much more physical. So I've not used him much, so I can't comment on how good he is just yet. We also got Denis Suarez in that pack as well, which wasn't a bad pull. Now looking at National Pride, which is the final... was this the final one? I think this is the last one. We get the mega pack for it, if I remember correctly. And this is actually where we actually managed to pick up our one-to-watch card, I think, which you will have seen in the title, I'm sure. So, who's it going to be? You don't know yet. There's lots of one-to-watch cards that you can get right now. There's the Morata, there's the Neymar, there's so many good ones. The Kaku in there as well. This one I'm pretty sure is the fact that we get the one to watch in. I didn't actually notice at the time any difference in the flares. I could see that it was going to be a... oh, it's not... This isn't even a one to watch one. Looking back, man, I'm so out of sorts. It's Diego Lopez again. I did say that we packed Diego Lopez a lot. I think we packed him 3 times in this video. Twice in this video, but I think I packed him 3 times throughout the series so far, which is kind of crazy. Is there anyone else in this pack? I don't think there was, actually, if I remember correctly. But now we get the rare mega pack. This is where we get our one to watch player. I'm pretty confident of that. It is actually going to end up being one of the least exciting players. It's not him again. I'm losing the plot. I am losing the goddamn plot, guys. This is what you get when you have so much stuff sandwiched into one episode. It's like a week's worth of stuff, so apologies for that again. But it's Berkey. Good pull. We used him in our Bundesliga team, and he's been very hot and cold for me. He's conceded some goals that have been absolutely abysmal, and he's also made some good saves at the same time. But this next pack now has to be, it has to be the one that we get our one to watch player, and it has to be. But this one here is the tough one. This is the penultimate one in this section. Again, it's just reliant on strong links and perfect links. If you guys aren't sure how to do it, go on to Footbin and go to the SBC section, and there's ones there that people have done for you, and you can copy those or just use those to see what kind of team that you need. But this one surely has to be our one to watch pull. I'm pretty confident now this has to be the one. The flares come out, the one to watch card is there, and we actually get ourselves a one to watch Bertrand Traore. Now, I wasn't sure how to feel about this because he's a one-to-watch card. Very pleased to get that, but he's got a 1-star weak foot and he's currently going for around 16 to 17,000 coins. I've not sold him yet, but I don't know whether to wait for him to get an inform or something like that, because I think if he gets an inform striker card, he could go up a little bit. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Should we keep in hold of him? Should we sell him as soon as possible? Let me know. But then we actually go on from the final section to get our biggest pack pull of the series so far. An absolutely incredible pull that you're about to see here, the highest rated, and it wouldn't even shock me if this is the highest rated pull that we get all year. So you can see we've got 12,500 coins for completing that entire section. And then in the last pack, it's a very good pack. It's a 50k pack, a rare players pack. We actually get ourselves, you're going to see now, trying to build the tension. The flares come out, the boards come out, it's a goalkeeper, he's from, I'm not even sure what nation it is, I always get them mixed up, it's not Handanovic, it is in fact Jan Oblak, 88 rated. I always get mixed up between Serbia and Slovakia and Handanovic and Oblak, but he's doing the robot, our second Walkout in a row there really, because we got Bertrand Traore, who of course walked out as well, but 88 rated Oblak, a fantastic pull. But now I'm going to take you round the club as it stands live, show you our teams, and show you how many coins we've got and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, let's transfer to that. So this video has probably been going on for quite a long time at this point, so I want to try and keep this short and sweet, but I just thought I'd give you a quick tour of the club, how it stands right now. You can see that we've just sold a silver player for 350 coins, nothing too exciting there, but we're currently sitting on 81,050 coins, which is a very, very, very nice total. You can see in the record we've got 54 wins and 23 losses. Some of you might be thinking, where have all those losses come from? I've just shown you that we've been doing the SBCs. For the last 2, you actually had to have loyalty on your squad, and to do that I actually did the loyalty glitch. If you don't know what that is, it's basically where you go and play against the team of the week on single player. When the game's kicked off, you quit the game. It gives you a loss, but it just counts as a game, and if you do that 10 times, then obviously your players get loyalty, and that's enough to do the SBC. But the 2 squads that we're using right now, you can see this is my favourite. No, sorry, this is technically our second team right now, I suppose you could say. I think you've seen this one already. The only change is Vokter's coming to centre back. Berkey's been brought in goal, and I think Pulisic and Piszczek might be new from last time we saw it. It's a very, very solid team. Goretzka as well, of course, a Pat Ball player, so actually it's changed quite a lot since you last saw it, I think. But this is our Bundesliga themed squad. I'm thinking for the next team I might try and bring in Leroy Sané and Gabriel Jesus and get something going with them, and Goretzka maybe a Premier League, Bundesliga, German hybrid. So that's the second team, if you like. But our main team, it's this one that's called Spain. It's got nothing to do with Spain. I'll just keep on forgetting to change the team name. It's our Italian-themed squad. Our Serie A team. It's a very nice one. We've got Szczesny in goal, Koulibaly, Pat Paul as well. A lot of these players are Pat Paul, actually. We've got Karsdorp at right back, Anderson, Bonaventura, who you saw us pack earlier on in today's video. Storaro, a non-rare, but I just don't want to take him out because he's been very solid. We've got Perisic, Alejandro Gomez. I said before, we picked him up for around 24,000. Bang on. You can see his record there. Very, very nice. 15 games, 12 goals, and 9 assists. And then we recently invested in Belotti up front as well. I was using Immobile, but then I noticed that Belotti actually had a 5-star weak foot, which made me want to try him out. So very, very nice. And the final thing that I want to show you today to end off the video is actually squad battles. I was talking about how well we were doing earlier, playing a lot on Legendary. We've got 54,464 points right now. No matches remaining until another 3 hours where the next 4 come out today. But just to give you an idea, look, we've won 2-1, 2-0, 4-2, and 5-1. So we're doing it quite comfortably on Legendary, but Ultimate just seems to be too much of a step up. But 39,000 is what you need currently to get Elite 1, so we are around 15,000 points ahead of that, so I think we're going to be pretty secure there. We're going to get ourselves 2 mega packs, and 40,000 coins to add into the account, which is very, very exciting, and that's probably what you're going to see at the start of the next episode of the Road to Glory, because they're going to be coming out on Monday, well, Sunday night, Monday morning if we're going off last week, so that's probably where the next episode is going to kick off. But for now, we're going to be ending off these episodes, so if you have enjoyed it, like I said at the start, leave a big thumbs up. I know there's been a lot to take in. This has been a very long episode and post-commed again, so I do apologise for that. Let me know what you think of this format, because like I said, I'm playing it so much, it's just too much to fit in when it comes to live com, and I just can't live com everything, because I'm on it quite a lot right now. But like I said, if you did enjoy it, leave a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch you all in tomorrow's video. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, lads. Nidge out.